White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller was on CNN yesterday talking about the plan going forward with Venezuela and where else the administration has an eye on. Take a look.
The United States of America is running Venezuela. We set the terms and conditions. We have a complete embargo on all of their oil and their ability to do commerce. So for them to do commerce, they need our permission. For them to be able to run an economy, they need our permission. So the United States is in charge.
Can you say that military action against Greenland is off the table?
The real question is, by what right does Denmark assert control over Greenland? There's no need to even think or talk about this in the context that you're asking of a military operation. Nobody's going to fight the United States militarily over the future of Greenland.
Is he admitting that we're going there for their resources or not? I mean, they have uranium, lithium, niobium, and zirconium.
Uranium, all of that is very important for tech.
The electric cars, cell phones, batteries, and computers use all of that stuff. Why don't you just say what you're there for? And also, can you just go into any country and decide, gee, I think I'm going to take some of their stuff?
Yeah.
I don't think that's against, that's pro-UN rules.
No, it's against...
By the way, the UN is against what Trump just did in Venezuela.
Yes.
And my husband said this morning, watch him take the UN out of this country.
But one critique of the UN is the U.S. did not even recognize Maduro because he had lost an election.
Yes.
So the UN choosing to recognize a non-elected leader is already problematic. They need to be thinking of new rules.
Which actually brings me to the point I was going to make, because I said this yesterday. I am glad Nicolas Maduro is gone. I have a million questions about congressional authorization, about what happens next. But what's really bothering me is this, because I could applaud that Maduro is going to be held to power in a New York court for his crimes against this nation and his own people. Here's my problem, though, is Machado was the opposition leader.
Yes.
She has support, and now you're hearing these leaks and even statements from the White House saying she's not up to the task, she doesn't have the support. I don't believe that's true. She has 70% support in the nation. But I also met with the former opposition leader, Juan Guaido, at the United Nations. He had his own diplomats there, and the U.S. supported his diplomats being seated and said that Maduro's credentials should be revoked because he has not been a legitimate leader of Venezuela for many years. What people have to understand, the Venezuelan people have wanted to see Maduro gone. So these opposition leaders, they have teams, they have chiefs of staff, they have diplomats.
Here's what I don't understand. I may not be up on all of this stuff because I have a life. But, okay, Maduro is a bad guy. We took him out. So is Kim Jong-un, so is Putin, so is, or what's that other guy in Hungary? Are we going to go into all these countries and just kidnap their leaders?
And that's the issue here. Yes, we can all agree Maduro was an illegitimate president who did horrible things in that country and was corrupt. The way he was removed from that country matters. We are supposed to be a nation of laws. The way we did it was against international criminal law. It's against the United Nations.
But guys, we've done this for 30 years. Gaddafi,
it doesn't
Saddam.
make it right.
I know, but let's just be consistent with other administrations that under just as tenuous of authority have taken out. We all agree that without a good plan in place, it goes disastrously. I am not pro-nation building.
Go into
that's why the opposition
leaders. It's always who's weaker than we are. It's always a country that we can overpower. It's not China, it's not Russia, it's not North Korea.
I would support taking out Vladimir Putin.
But one of the points that Miller also made in that interview is that why would we let a nation in our own backyard become the supplier of resources to our adversaries, China, Iran, Cuba, Russia? Venezuela was the sole source of every enemy nation we're up against. And I'm not saying the way they do it doesn't...
You can't do it that way.
Wait, let me just finish my point, though. I'm not saying that. My problem is watching the Stephen Miller interview and then watching Donald Trump and then watching Rubio is no one's on point with this is the transparency administration.
Yes.
Weren't we told that? I don't see transparency.
You know
what I hear from Stephen Miller is just about might and force. And then they're coming in and they're leaving the regime that they just overtook in and not bringing in the resistance. Like, all of it doesn't make sense.
Transparency. It makes complete sense because Donald Trump said he went in there because he wanted to get the oil. So we know why he went in there. We know why
originally,
from the
that's
State
what I mean.
Department. Is this about Rodriguez
Originally, he said he went in there because they were concerned about
Narco-terrorism.
the drugs, and then he released all these other.
That's my point.
Well, make it then.
No, I'm saying that, like, what she's saying is, she's like, no, he told us. I'm saying everyone's saying
Everyone's
different
saying
things.
something different,
Yeah.
and I just want to see democratic elections in Venezuela run by Venezuela.
Well, you know what I want to see? I want to see the Venezuelans say to Stephen Miller, "I'm sorry, you don't tell us what we're going to
Right.
do. We'll tell you what we were willing to do, but you don't come in here, you know."
You know what?
As-
I'm going to come to your house and steal all your Bakelite because you have something I want. That's what this comes down to.
My
her
Bakelite.
Bakelite jewelry.
Yeah.
which I've given all my pieces to her because I knew she wanted them.
There's more.
See,
I
and
want
perhaps
more.
if they had asked
Yeah.
or gone about it in a different way, but that's not how this works now.